So if you're a 20-year-old, you want more of Jesus, I'll say just take risks, more risks, and not be afraid of failing. I think a lot of times we're afraid of making the wrong mistakes or failing, which they're going to happen. I think with God is just happier that we have a heart that's trying to do the right thing and is willing to take risks. So a lot of our students are all in the 20 range, and we try to involve them, give them leadership opportunities, really push them, to just live the life we see Jesus lived. And and what I tell them is, it's a lot easier to move somebody who has a heart, who's willing. And you obviously, because of age, you're going to make a lot of mistakes and failures, but it's a lot easier to move that type of person, to move somebody who maybe has more life experience or a more consistent life. Maybe they have a family, a business, but they don't have that heart disposition to just be radical, to just do anything, to drop anything. Because with Jesus, you never really know, when God will call you. Once He calls us into a relationship with Him and calls us to be, His disciples. But part of that is not just a one-time deal; it's a daily thing. It's like for me, like when people ask me why I'm in Oaxaca. Well, one, me and my wife were in a ministry school through a church very similar to the Antioch movement, and it was our turn, to take a group of students to Oaxaca, on our mission trips, which we've gone many other countries, either as a student or involved with another person. We've also been involved as the main leader of a mission trip, and being here in Oaxaca, and outreach. Actually, the outreach we're going right now, at the very spot that we're filming, that's when God spoke to me and said, move to Oaxaca. It was just on an outreach as a leader. Totally unexpected. Oaxaca was not on my radar. I did not want to come here. I was thinking somewhere like India that maybe, willing to go. I was always willing to go, me and my wife, instead of just sending, but go. But it was on a daily outreach. Like, it's just crazy that we're just going to the very site right now where God called me. God just said, He just called me, and it wasn't easy, but I think just that, you just being a disciple of Jesus, you got to be ready anytime, that whenever God calls. It can be a simple thing, go talk to somebody, or it could be something a little bit more radical. Hey, leave your country, move your family with a group of other people, and just don't know the language, or you're just into the culture, and go do this. So it's just like, it's never really a stable place with Jesus, but at the same time, it's the most stable place to be, is hearing the voice of Jesus. It's real rare, right? It's instability, but it's also the most stable place to be. So I just say, just have an open heart, I would have never, ever, ever, ever imagined I would be living in Oaxaca. I would have never, missionary, yes, but not in Oaxaca. And, it's to this day, just have an open heart, I don't know how long we'll be here, I can see, obviously, a good length of time, but at the same time, God could call us back to the States, or even call us another country and just multiply, redo what we're doing right now. So I just said, have an open heart. That's a big thing. Don't be afraid of failure. God is a better Father. He's sovereign. He's good. He will turn every situation, if you're humble, and even a painful situation, even an error, to still form Christ in you. So I think you just got to obey what God's put it on your heart, obviously with guide wisdom, and you don't want to be foolish and just do anything. But at the same time, there has to be, I think, a sense of foolishness, it seems, to the world, to take that risk and just go after it. So for me, I think one of my biggest fears is that I will die. Say the typical, I think, story, like you're on your deathbed, you got some days, if it's not a tragic, that in my heart I would be like, wow, how come I didn't try that? So even when God calls me to do stuff and it's fearful, like I didn't want to come to Oaxaca, I couldn't live with the thought of not obeying, and always wondering, what if? That was more fearful to me than whatever I was going to encounter so I just say, go for it. You know, there's a process, but just take those steps of faith. You know, you're not gonna regret them. God's gonna use that fire, and if you have it and you're willing, and you read the life of Jesus, the book of Acts, and you're like, I want that, you gotta position yourself for God to do that in your heart. And I would just say, just go for it. And if you fail and you make mistakes, which you will, use it as a time to regroup, regather, and get some wisdom and prepare you'll have actually a better understanding what you need. You know, if you wait until you have it all together, you're never going to have it all together. You know, you just got to go be obedient, and then, you know, regather yourself, and you'll know more exactly what you need. You know, what counseling, what training, what mentoring, you know, to do that. So that's what I've tried to do all my life, and just go for it, the next step. And there's part of me, I wish I would have gone even more for it, you know. Like, I might have just do that. So if you think of it, you're like, I just want to go to a people's group or another country, or I just want to try for a season, just go after it. You won't regret it at the end, and you'll use it. God will use it in your life to mold your character and gain some wisdom and experience that you can, in the long run, pass it on to other people.